Now that's a pretty looking map. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we started off our journey meeting up with Sarnoa, Benedict, Gila, Frederica, and Roland. And this time, we're going to continue on our story, but we got a side story first. Side stories are completely optional. They just, well, give you more of the story.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Clarice.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Clarice. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whitehome Castle, where the ceremony will take place, whenever you're ready.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
At ease, Huet. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolffort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huet. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolffort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
So yeah, the side stories, they're just, well, side stories. You don't really learn too much from them. Well, they're not necessary to the story, but they do help you get a better read of the story. We'll go into the canon later. Let's just go into the main story.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind. And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolffort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolffort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same, and from this day on, they are your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolffort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
Anna is your rogue. She's also one of the most powerful units because she can actually take 2 actions in a turn. She can move and attack twice. Eridor is your tank. He can force enemies to target him, and only be able to attack with normal attacks.
As you are well aware, there are 2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regna for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the 2 before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolffort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney! Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords!
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolffort.
On that matter, there are 2 things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolffort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, it's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that While this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
So, it's a little bit of more stuff. We're getting a little bit tight on time, so I will just lead off with starting to go through the encampment. The encampment looks, well, it's pretty barren right now. There is more stuff that will be coming in later, but for right now, we just have this guy. The portly merchant. Ah, it is Lord Serenoa. How do you do? This humble merchant has brought the finest selection of goods from across the realm. Please have a look. Provisioner, you can buy things, you can sell things. Down here we have materials. Materials are actually very important, but we cannot use them right now. Then we got a couple of recovery items and these rings. Everyone can wield up to 2 accessories, so these are a bit important to have in mind. He has 1 in stock. We don't have much on hand. Let's just top up on everything. Yeah, top up on those, so that we're even on all of those. Just nice even number of 2. Yeah, there is more stuff here later on, but right now just wanted to show off that there is the Provisioner. As for... So I don't want to go into that because we will be well over time. So let's just go a little bit more into depth on our characters. We can see that there are a few skills that we can't learn. Learned at level 5 and level 7. We don't know what those do. We will find those out in time. We can also see what weapon we have, how much power it does, what range it has. Everyone has a range of 1. However, this will eventually change. As for what we have, again, we saw that Benedict has Bulwark. We've seen all of these. Well, yeah, we've seen all of these. Anna, she starts off with Act twice, which grants 2 actions during a single turn. You can only move once. That's just saying, hey, you can move and then attack twice. Eridor has Sprint, which increases his movement by 1 for 3 turns, as well as Provoke, which has the chance to infuriate enemies. Or infuriate. Fury, as a status, means that they will attack whoever enraged them. All the things on here are pretty self-explanatory with the stats. Strength, physical attacks, physical defense, magic attack. Those are all very in there. Luck increases the chance for critical strike. Accuracy is your accuracy. Speed is how quickly you move. Evasion is, well, how much you can avoid. And then jump and move. Jump is, again, I have mentioned this, jump is actually pretty important. This is something that we will be seeing, or height is very important in this game. So you want to try to get the high ground. There's some people with high jumps, so for example, you know, Anna can get pretty high up with a jump. She can move 5, jump 1. No one else can really jump that much, however. As for resistances, nothing to worry about here except for on Frederica, where she takes a little bit more damage to ice and a little bit less damage to fire. Most times, you don't really have to worry about resistances on your people. It's pretty much only mages that you have to worry about resistances for. There's also wind and lightning. We will not see these for quite a bit. But yeah, that's really about it. Not too much more that we can see right now. Yeah. We've been introduced to our next 2 characters, Anna and Eridor. And next time, we'll be seeing what our old man has to say to us. So until then, see you guys later.